Welcome to the overview of Section 2 in the CPM of the 5-folder package. So in Section 2, an earlier presentation, we went over how you make your CAD sheets. Now that the project has been baselined, we have a photo Sitrep, level 2, and level 3 Gants that could be made. So let's go ahead and get started. A Sitrep. Your Sitrep, you have a bunch of information that already comes in. If you have additional project information you need to add, you go ahead and add that. Number of work days, so like if you had command off day or you ended up working on a non-work day or something, just how many work days did you have in that 2-week period. It would give you the WIP in place, WIP earned this period, and then if you had WIP over turnover project, how much you burn, how much you earn, so all your information, your crew size for that period, what project impacts you have. The funding source can all come from your PMSR. The next tab, future ops. So this one is pretty nice. You don't have to sit there and copy every single CAD sheet. You just go from the time that you need to. So if we went from, we start the project and let's say, we want to go to 2 weeks, go to 26. When you come down here, it already populates that, and then you go to the next 2 weeks. Right, and then you just hit populate, and it will populate the CAD sheets that were closed, open during that period for current ops, and then what CAD sheets do you have coming up in the next 2 weeks. Already all populated for you. Then any ops concerns, any logistical concerns, do you need support from the leadership? And if you're falling behind schedule, what's your get well plan? How do you plan on getting back on schedule? Other comments, host nation or other personnel involvement. Was there any coordinating partners? And then VIP visits. Did Commodore come to visit? Did another skipper come to visit? Anybody that came to visit, did a host nation secretary or dignitary come to visit? Okay, you fill all that in. If you're using Redeye, you would export the CSV file, because then you can import that into Redeye. But for most people, you're going to export it. Like I said, it's going to save in the folder, already a copy, but you can also open it right now and it will give you your whole photo Sitrep already completed. It already tells you, did you have a rework, and did it cost anything, and how many man days did you expend on that rework. Also, you got photos that you can put in. All right, all you have to do is right click on the photo, go to change photo, this device, go to your photos file, wherever you have the photos, and just click on it and it will automatically populate. You can then stretch it to fit the square. Like so, and then write the caption. What's the caption of the photo? And you do that for all your photos. And then you can save this. It's just like doing it in Word, except here we're showing you how to do it in Excel. And we're letting you bring all 6 photos into Excel. All right. Let's go ahead and close this. Close Photo Sitrep. Level 2. It's just that, like in the other videos that are on here, I have how to use it for a 14 standard period to match your level 1, and also there's also the use 1st and 15th of the month if whatever regiment or group you're reporting to. So right now I'll just use the standard 14-day, which is just whatever 2-week period the system gives me. Okay, once it's done, hit OK. It already saved it again in that folder. And then you can look at your level 2. And then everything gets pre-populated in here. The arrow, the red line will start meeting your planned. Things will start populating as you go forth. Okay, the way this does, it starts every 2 weeks from the day you started your project. Level 3. Level 3 has some nice features now. So right now, first one I'll show you is we run the whole level 3. Alright, this is the whole duration of the project. Hit yes, and it shows you all your cash sheets for the project. It will take it all the way out to the end of your project. So when you scroll down, you can see your entire project. Okay, that's if you need the overall one. Now let's say we don't want the overall. Say we just want the month that we're working in. So we can go September, and we want to finish this one in October of 25. Let's say by the end of the month, right? We can run a report. Hit yes. And now what it does is it only shows you the cash sheets that go all the way up to the date that you end it. So whatever date you start with and end with, it's only going to show you that small window that you asked for. In previous versions, it listed every single cash sheet still. Now we have it where it just condenses to the cash sheets that are in that time period. So that's a nice feature. So you don't have to have huge level 3s on your wall at all time. But once we can get a computer designated to your project, you can have the electronic copy and then still just have a 1 month period on your wall, so it looks a lot cleaner in your job box. Let's go ahead and close that. 2-week work schedule summary, that's pretty good. You click on that. Basically, we started on the 17th, and we want to go 2 weeks. So let's just say the 3rd. We run a report. Okay, it saves that copy again. Hit yes, and it tells you, what days you worked, how many hours you worked on those days, and what activities were being used. So it's similar to a time card, but it's not giving you the names of everybody. It's just telling you the date of the project and what cash sheets you used and what cash sheets were done on what day. All right. 2-week schedule. Wait for it to load. All right, open it up, and here's your 2-week schedule. What's open, what's closed, off days, your toolkit requirements, your equipment requirements, BOM requirements, what material do you need on site, what material you would need in 30 days, what material you would need in 60, and what material you would need in 90 if you had it filled out for 30, 60, 90. And you do that during your cash sheets. When you go into material, you put it in there on cash sheets of 30, 60, 90, like I showed you in developing a cash sheet. All right. So that's your 2-week schedule. You want to make sure you take that to your ops meetings. Master activity listing. It shows you your master activities, the duration. So for general requirements, just so everyone knows, the duration is the entire project pretty much. Due to the fact that it has move in and move out in general requirements, that's causing the duration to be pretty long. We are working on trying to develop something to make it actual. And when that comes out, I will send out a updated video of what the new features are and what has changed in 3.2. Your master activity summary sheets. So you can look at your master activity. You have your summary sheet here. Your labor, who's prepared by, checked by. All right, so if I just say EO1, checked by, oh, got that backwards, prepared by BU2, checked by EO1, right? I hit save, export. I just want to export the one. You can export all of them, but I just want to export one. And it will give you your master activity summary sheet, basically telling you all the cash sheets that you have, the durations, man days. So as you see, the durations are very small. However, because of where this falls, move out, it almost takes the entire project into account. But it does show, you know, your actuals and man days and actuals estimated. So actual is how much you did. Actual here's how many you used. And the duration, again, is not going to match this, and we're working on that. All right, close this. Your cash sheet listing. So this will show you all your cash sheets, how much float, what's your crew size for them, so you can make sure you have the right amount of people, how long it's going to baseline take, and how many man days it's going to take. All right, and then lastly, Again, you can go to cache sheets. You can either create one PDF by selecting all of them, and if you print out this after you have the PDF, you will automatically have a blank page slid in there, so you don't have to worry about the first page of the next cache sheet printing on the back of the cache sheet prior. We put those blanks in there, so when it prints, you'll have complete cache sheets and no extra work has to be done. Now, if you have them all selected and you do individual files, you'll get a single, well, if you do individuals, you'll get a single PDF for every single cache sheet on your desktop or whatever folder you're putting it in. So be careful with that. If you want it just to be one complete large PDF, click undo, make sure that individual is not clicked. If you just need individuals, you can click, deselect all of them, and come through your list and pick what cache sheets you need to reprint out, and you can do it like that. All right, that concludes section 2.